and residents in the city. They had been shutting off water for years, but nowhere on this scale.
Welcome, beloved community. We are back again with yet another installment of the People's Water Board Coalition's Water Wednesdays webcast. As always, I am here with my beloved co-host Valerie Jean.
Hi, everyone.
And we can never forget our behind-the-scenes tech guru extraordinaire, Miss Angelica. She keeps us running smoothly, consistently, week after week, bringing you the hot topics, greatest news, and all the information you need to make informed decisions. We have to give her a round of applause. And today, we have another hot topic show. We have some things that might rub you the wrong way, and then we're going to end on a note that should give you some great information about our fight for the environment. So it's a short show. I'm going to jump right in with the bad news. So,
we'll start first with that slow burn.
Take the bitter pill first. So,
and it is.
I'm not aware
it's
of
a hard
how
pill
many
to
of our
swallow.
viewers, know what Doge is, but it is a governmental department that was recently formed in the current administration's second term, and it stands for the Department of Government Efficiency. And it's headed by Elon Musk. And
well, it was. He had to step down recently, right?
Yeah. Currently, what they've decided to do is take a staffer from that department and place them in a key position at the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, or the NRC, which Trump has fought wholeheartedly with all his little orange energy to reduce and reform, despite it being an independent entity within our federal government. So David Wright, who Trump initially nominated for a spot on this commission, told the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee that there is currently one staff member detailed to the NRC from the Department of Energy. When he wrote this, his written responses were to questions from the Senate panel was that the staffer is detailed to the office of the executive director for operations. So not just only a key position, but a key
the executive director
executive position. And they're in charge of implementing.
And there's a reason
Donald
why
Trump,
the government's not supposed to have control over this stuff, right?
Over the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, they are not. It was an independent, standalone entity. By doing this, the person is charged with the task of implementing Donald Trump's executive order. What this means for us people is that he may create more nuclear power plants. He may reopen decommissioned, damaged nuclear power plants. As we said in previous shows, we almost lost Detroit. That was about Fermi too. We currently have the Palisades about to reopen in October.
You got our governor happy about it.
Our governor is ecstatic. We don't need more nuclear energy. We need clean, renewable sources of energy that work in tandem with our environment. That's what we need.
That's right. That's right. And nuclear energy just uses so much water. Much water that can't be put back into the water.
It becomes radioactive and cannot be recycled back into our basins. So, the Doge leader,
and the waste, they have no idea what to do with the waste.
They don't. The Doge leader that is going to lead at the NRC is named Adam Blake, and he is charged, as I said, with implementing Trump's orders, including handling reductions of the force at the agency, aka meaning laying off more of the people that work there when they've already laid off 1,300 plus federal employees as
And
it
getting
is.
rid of the regulations, like just rubber stamping them away. Any kind of regulations or protections the very small amount of regulations and protections that we would have had, just gone. Just
And
gone. And
normally
all
this
of these
agency
people who
does,
oversee protection
yeah,
of us, of the regular people that live in these neighborhoods where these nuclear reactors are, those are the people who are going to tell us if there's a sound the alarm, if there's an issue, those types of things. Firing
exactly.
that many people is always a bad idea.
And
Always,
normally
you
this
always need a lot of people
agency,
for checks and balances.
yeah, normally this agency does not answer directly to the president the way other
This
administrative
is
agencies.
unprecedented, right? It's never been done.
Right. So now that's what he's expecting us to answer directly to him and implement his, dictatorship.
Yeah, yeah. It's bad all the way around. It takes away any kind of checks and balances that make sure any small protections takes away all of those things. People are losing their jobs, all the way around. Very bad, and we're going to have to pay attention to it. We're going to have to speak out about it. We're going to
Yes.
have to. Everybody needs to be raising their voice.
And they have a few people raising opposition from this Senator Sheldon Whitehouse out of Rhode Island blasted what he described as the Department of Energy's hostile takeover of the Nuclear Regulatory
Yeah,
Commission.
it sounds like a hostile takeover.
It's
Yeah,
exactly what it is.
that's it. I mean, call it what it is, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Definitely. And this is reported by the local
yeah,
Washington, D.C. news outlet, The Hill. And you can go to
yeah. Everybody needs to look
thehill.com
into it.
to find out more information on this story. And please,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
implore
Everybody
that
needs.
you
We're
do
gonna have it
this
in the description box down
in the
below.
link. This is something we need to use or what's left of our voting rights to push against. Contact
Yeah,
your state
and raise
senator,
our
your
voices.
U.S.
Talk to people about it. Yeah,
your state officials, your federal officials. Find out who they are for your area, contact them, and implore them to fight against it.
that's right. That's right. Speaking of hostile takeovers, Enbridge. We talk about Enbridge a lot on this show. I started my journey into activism learning about tar sands and Enbridge because of the Kalamazoo oil spill. It was really a huge part of what radicalized me and where I started organizing. And it's been 15 years. That happened in 2010. It's been exactly 15 years since that's happened. And people got very, very sick. People died. Wildlife and loss of habitat, the ecosystems that are gone, all of those things. It was catastrophic oil spill. It was the largest inland oil spill in American history. And it's a tar sands oil spill, so you can still go there today and see tar balls and the effects of it. And you can still talk to people who got very sick and never recovered from it. Still have epileptic seizures and all of that. Well, it's been 15 years, and folks are meeting in Kalamazoo on July 26th. From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's called Canoe the K Zoo. There's going to be a gathering afterwards at 1 p.m. We're going to link the Facebook event in the description down below, but we want to personally invite folks to come. It's really, really important that Enbridge sees us gathering together in community together, doing things, nonviolent protest and peaceful protest, because it's not always going to be like that. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take Enbridge head on as a people. But for right now, we're gathering and we're getting to know each other in community, right? And if you bring your a paddleboard or kayak or anything, but everybody's invited. There's a graphic is shared on the PWBC social media pages, so you can check out the graphic there. Plus, it's going to be attached to this video. Yeah, check out the link below. We all need to come together. It's a family event. There's going to be food and a gathering afterwards where where folks get together and we talk about what it looks like to remove tar sands from the Great Lakes altogether, from the 70 different tributaries that Line 5 runs through, right? all of those, all the way to the Marathon refinery, where the people are like are suffering every single day that live around the Marathon refinery. We need to stand up together, show our strength, and this is a great way to do it.
Speaking of the Marathon Refinery, here's an educational and historical tidbit. Do you know who created all of this debacle that we're now living in? The Rockefellers. They started out with Standard Oil, and all those companies you mentioned are subsidiaries of the original Standard Oil.
Makes sense. Yeah,
Also has
there's
a
a small
buddy
handful of people with all the resources and all the
who
power.
also has a buddy that is another problem for our environment, Monsanto,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and that in the
Small,
historical
small handful of
documentary.
people.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, no, they're all monsters. They didn't care about the people or the planet,
That's an
and
understatement.
we're just all we're all trying to respond every day and live and survive while they use up all the resources and trash the planet. So it's really important that we come together. And you're invited. Like I said, the link will be in the description box down below. Plus, you can find the graphic and things on our social media pages. Make plans to be there. We'll see you there. And so, on a even lighter note, Nicole, you found something out that scientifically could change the world.
Amazing. It was amazing to find this out. So first of all, viewers, please look up and Google what an ultralight aerogel is. So, an ultralight aerogel is a recent invention that aims to be a turning point, a pivotal turning point in the history of access to clean, safe drinking water. It's also playing a key role in the affordability component of drinking water. So as we know, there are many places that don't have access to safe drinking water right now in and outside of the United States. But this ultralight aerogel, which is made with a chemical called graphene oxide and calcium, is capable of absorbing its own weight in water to speed up the water process. It was developed by a group of scientists from China, Australia, Singapore, India, and Japan, and it could directly benefit more. Now, this is what really caught my attention. It could benefit more than 2.2 billion people who do not have regular access to safe drinking water. Even though right now it's in the
You know, this
experimental,
is what we want technology to do, right?
exactly. Even though
This is
it's
what
in
we
the
want
experimental
technology to do
phase,
for us.
it is in the
Yeah.
experimental phase, but this is what we learned
It's
about it.
something to be looking for and looking at and thinking about these alternatives on ways for people to get water, because slowly but surely the earth is drying up, and having ways for being very, very intentional on making sure that people have access to safe, affordable water is going to be the fight of
Exactly.
our lives.
And a
It is.
lot
It's
of
going
the
to be the fight
reason
of our
it's
lives.
drying up, a lot of the water that's drying up is consumptive use, which means it does not return to our underground aquifers, or it's deemed unsafe to return to our underground aquifers. This project will focus on areas with high atmospheric humidity, and the material will be released into the air, will capture the moisture, and when it's heated above 50 degrees Celsius, it releases drinking water for consumption. Almost kind of like a water filter. And it's based
Yeah.
on principles of nanotechnology, materials engineering, and climate programming, and has already passed the early stages of computer modeling with great promising results. And if it can be validated under real conditions, it will be a key solution to the global water crisis, especially in
Water
regions
crisis.
that tend to have droughts like Mexico.
That's right.
And it's not just about the technology, it's a collective effort because we have these researchers from different continents in different countries that have joined forces to develop a solution to one of humanity's greatest challenges, which is water scarcity. And that's how it should
That's
be.
great.
We should come together, put
Yeah.
aside our differences in culture, religion, racial background, and come together to work for a common good. And I really, really, this just warmed my heart to hear this and understand that the technology they're using from chemistry, AI, and they're trying to find new materials that can break the limitations of their current solutions for this water problem, and to
Yeah.
understand that globally there are close to 3 billion people who do not have access to safe, clean drinking water in their home.
We're in serious trouble when it comes to access to water all around the globe.
Exactly.
All
And
around the
then
globe. We're
about
going to need these solutionaries and visionaries to help us come up with a way to make sure everybody has water.
And that's
You know,
just the
we're just
people
going to
that
have
don't
to.
have access. There's another close to 300 million people who have very limited access and or use unapproved sources for drinking water.
Yeah,
And there's about 4.4 billion people, which is more than half of the world's population, that don't even have safe water inside their homes.
yeah.
And that's
Yeah, yeah. This
frightening.
is an ongoing problem that not enough people are trying to solve and understand. And so we really do. We're thankful and grateful for the solutionaries and visionaries that do this work. And I'm
Absolutely.
grateful that you caught it because it always makes us feel good to be able to tell some good that's going on because we talk about a lot of really really hard stuff and we've got a lot of hard things ahead in the shows. So it's always we're able to give a lighthearted story with people who are solutionaries.
Yeah. And the
Well,
story
thank you,
will be
Nicole,
linked.
so much.
The full article will be linked in the description so that you could, read it at your leisure. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah, as
And it,
always,
ta-
we'll
it
have all
goes
the
on to,
information so you can just click on it.
yeah, it goes on to explain how the chemicals work, what the benefit that countries could have, and even what may be missing from it. But it's a
It's
really
great.
great article, and it can spell a great solution to some of our world's crisis around water scarcity.
Yeah, yep, that's great. Well, I really appreciate all the work and research that you do every week, Nicole, making sure that when we get on air that we're talking about the stuff that's important to people and their lives and the planet and all the great stuff. I appreciate Angelica in the background for her research as well.
Absolutely.
Until next time, my friends, look out for each other, try to take care of each other, and try to stay afloat. Bye.
Bye.